Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So I'm working on some more of the embellishments for the sewing journal, and I'm using the kit from the Shabbydashery. So these are some little needles and pins, so they're like little matchbooks, and these ones are sort of like for putting sort of like samples of sort of fabric in them. So they just come like that. One's pink and one is a lovely vintage color. So all as you do, you can see that there's a line there, so you just want to fold that over. They're so simple to do, and then you can just pop in some lovely bits of fabric. So if you've got any sort of like leftover fabrics, little offcuts, you can just pop them in there, little bits of lace and stuff like that. So I thought I'd just show you how to make them. So they're really simple. So and then you've got that on the back, and again, you don't see this, but you want to sort of like print on that really, or stick something over it. And then we've got the little needles and pins. There's two lines there which you need to fold, and there's a line there. So this is the bottom bit, so just fold that up like that. So that's the bit that this will slide into, and you've got two little lines to fold there. So you can score them if you like, or you can just fold them over. So there's one there, and then another one, just a diddy one. You don't have to fold both of them if you don't want to. It depends how thick a bit of sort of like fabric or something you're popping inside, which I'm going to do to hold in the needles and pins. So let's do that, just so it's got tiny, can you see, tiny little sort of flat top there, like that. So let's just do this one as well, and then these are really quick and easy to do. Oh, and they just look so lovely. So I'm getting all little bits and pieces together to add some lovely embellishments to my journal. Like I said in the last video, I'm going to make these first, and then just see how many I've got, and then make the journal with the papers. And then we can see how big and fat we need to make it. There we go. So that's your little top bit. Like that. It's quite easy just to fold. Now I've printed onto 160 GSM paper. So look, and then that just folds in like that, which looks lovely, doesn't it? So we've got pins and needles on that one, and we've got needles and pins on this one. So what I'm going to do, let's start with these. Now I've got a bundle of fabric here, just little bits out of my little pots that we've got. So there we go. Let's do the pinky one. So I thought I'd just pop some pinky fabrics in here. So I had to have some of this. This has got little sparkly bits on. Do I need some white? Look at this lovely bordered on glazy one. So I just thought I might cut a piece of that off and pop that underneath it like that. I'm not worried that it's sort of like wrinkled up or anything. Let's just cut it all the way to the top. Oops, I might need that bit. So how big? So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to staple at the top there. So you want it so it's can come to the top like that. So let's do this as the back piece like that. So that can go underneath. Let's just open that up. So we'll have a piece like that. Let's have a little shiny piece. You don't have to have a huge amount of it in there. You just sort of like layer it up a little bit. Is that going to be too wide? Not really. Let's go that way. Like that. Pop that up like that. And then I've just got these sort of like little off-cutty bits. I want the bigger bits. Like that, look. What else have we got? I've got a little bit of lace like that, which might look quite nice. a little purpley piece, and then all as you do is turn that over. Oh my gosh, doesn't that look lovely? Am I going to get it all in? So we need to staple it in, so let's layer that up a little bit better. We want that at the top, then our little shiny bit like that, and this piece, can go in. So all of those lovely little offcuts you've got can go in here, can't they? Pretty pieces. And then let's just have this little bit of lace on top. Fold that over, and then I'm just going to, so simple. Again, you can sew it across there if you wanted to, but I'm quite liking the the staple in it like that, because make sure it's caught up. Now you can glue these little bits down if you want to, but look at that. It's like a little sample of little fabrics in there, isn't it? But just looks fabulous. I'm loving this kit. Right, shall we do the beigey, vintagey colours? I've got some gold thread on there. Now I've got some of this. I'm trying to sort of use coordinating sort of fabrics and stuff. Not that you really need to, but it's quite nice. So let's just chop these bits off. You can have that. I've got a little bit of lace, and I've also got a little bit of sort of shiny lace. Let's cut a piece of this off. I don't think it really matters which way round it goes in. This is a little bit longer, so let's just chop that down. What's the length? Shall I sort of chop it there, turn that round? Should I put that on top of that one? What do you think? Just like that. Doesn't have to be straight. I think I'm going to pop it in like that. Shall we have a little bit of this? Do we need that? Don't know whether we really need that. I think we only just need like those pieces in there. That looks lovely, doesn't it? Let's just pop that in, turn that over, and I'm going to just get my stapler, staple that in. One little staple. Now that is fabulous, isn't it? Look at those. They're going to look lovely in a little journal pocket, or you could pop a little hole in there and just hang it on your page. But I'm going to have lots of ideas. Looking forward to doing this. Now our little needles and pins, what I was thinking, I have some like this calico fabric, and I'm just thinking whether, do you think this will work? I'm going to just take a piece, just going to sort of eyeball it. Do you think that will, oh, don't know whether it's going to do that. Okay, so what I was thinking of doing is stapling that into there and attaching the pins to this. So let's just go across. Again, you don't want it too tidy, do we? That fits, but I could do just chopping a little bit off here. So I don't mind if this frays a little bit. I think that will look quite nice. I suppose you could sort of like sew around it. I think I might have that fluffy bit at the top. Oops. What do you think? Clip that in there, fold that over, and then we could actually just pop the pins in that bit, couldn't we? I think that's what I will do. Little staple in there. So that is holding on nicely. And I have some little pins which we can just stick in like that. Oh, love it. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. That's a bit once what I've been using for my glue. What do you think? That's a little pin. It can stick down under that little bit. That's a little needle. Look at that. That's perfect. And then that just slides in like that. Oh, that's fabulous, isn't it? I do like that. I wonder if I pop a little bit of lace across there. Shall we see? Let me just take these out. Let me just chop this a little bit off. I think I might like to just make it look a little bit more pretty. What have I got here? That might look quite nice. Let's just cut that off. Probably should have done this before. I stapled it in. But can you see if I just stick that on, that should pop the pins through that bit then. What did I do with my glue bottle? There it is. Right, let's pop a little bit of glue, as long as this hasn't clogged itself up. So yeah, there's a trouble with this glue. It does. Oh, it's coming out. There we go. Let's just pop a little bit. I've got tacky glue in here, so let's just pop a little bit on there, a little bit this side. Whether this is going to be enough on there, or it might just make it look pretty anyway, mightn't it? Okay. Let's stick that down. Actually, you probably put a couple of little stitches in there, but you could do it by hand, couldn't you? I might actually as well try and do a little bit of sort of slow stitching for this book, for this journal. There we go. That looks better, doesn't it? A little bit of, oops. We can actually just lift that up, stick these through. You can tell I'm not a seamstress, can't you? Candid at this. Pop that down in there. So we've got 2 pins and a needle in there. That looks better, doesn't it? So we've got a nice little bit of funky lace on there, and then that just tucks in like that. Oh, I love it. Oh, another lovely addition to our journal. Is that going to come out? Okay, what I'm going to do, I've got my sewing machine. I might actually sew on this one. Shall we try and sew it? Let's sort of eyeball that a little bit. Tidy that up. Should we cut that a little bit off? I suppose you could stick that in there to make sure it's actually in there before you staple it, couldn't you? Maybe I'll do that. Let's just... There we go. That's a better fit than the other one. These can go in our little scrap pile. That can go over there. Do you think I could stitch around this one? Or do you think it's a bit small? Should we pop another little bit of lace? Or have we got another piece? Have I got any different lace here? I think that's the same one. Let me see. Oh, I've got a little bit of pink, which would have gone better in the pink, wouldn't it? What else have I got? No, I think I just have to use this. Unravel that so we get like 3 little pieces. Which way round was it? On like that. What do you reckon? Do you think that will work? I think I need to stick it down a little bit with my glue gun. Oh my gosh, there it is, right under my nose. Let's just pop a little bit of glue on here, just a tiny bit, just to hold that in place. It might actually fray. Do you think it will fray if I sew around it? Or should I just... What's that like? It's okay, isn't it? Oh well, I'll give it a go. If it doesn't work, then we will do something else. We will make another one. Let's pop this in. Well, my sewing machines are all there, so I might as well use it. Got everything on top of it. All my bits of lace. Pop that in there. Pop my little things there. Let's bring it over. Look, everything. There we go. I don't think it matters how big my desk is. I will always fill it up. Right, shall we pop this? I'm going to pop this on. I'm going to pop it on. I'm going to test it on here on a little ziggy-zaggy stitch. Let me just test it on this one. That's too big. Let's just... Okay, that's better. Can you see? It's just a little bit of zigzag stitch on there. Just test it out and see what size you want. I've got mine on 1.4 and then 2.5. So let's just see, as long as it doesn't... I'm not far enough over. That's not too bad. Okay, it's eating it up a little bit there, but that's not too bad. It might be worth measuring it out and sewing it so you've got a little bit more room there and then cutting it out. And let's just put that to the side. Not too bad. A little different. We don't want them all looking exactly the same, do we? Let's cut these. Chop this little bit off. Can you see they fray quite a lot, don't they? So that will just pop in there like that, and then that just slows it. Fabulous. Let's pop that in there. I'm going to just, shall I glue it? Shall we add a little bit of glue to that? I think maybe to hold it down. Just a tiny bit. There we go. So these don't take any time at all to make. and I think I will print some more off and make a few of these to go in the journal. Here's my thing. Let's pop a little staple in there, just right at the bottom. Oops, that's really is right at the bottom. There we go, it's all in there. And that just closes up. Now I pop lace across the top, but obviously you can add your own little bit of lace to that as well. So should we pop some little pins? Oh, that's that horrible piece. Let's take a little needle in there. Oh gosh, I love it. I just love these. There's a bigger one. I would like to get some little different colour pearly top needles, I think. But that is beautiful. I am just loving them. I shall stick my own little bit of lace across there to match the inside. Shall we do that? Let's go this way. There we go. I think I might just pop my own little bit of lace over the top. Let's cut that piece off. Takes 3 little bits like that, look, doesn't it? See if my glue will come out. To stick this on, I need to sort of, I think I need to sort of like water this down a little bit with maybe a little bit of the alcohol or nail polish remover, I think it is, isn't it? Okay, just so it's a little flows a little bit easier. So let's just, whoops, stick that on top. Look at that, that's really, really lovely. So there we go guys, that's a really, really nice quick video. More little bits and pieces to pop into our journal. Fabulous. So what was the ones we made last time? It was these, wasn't it? So look, we're collecting up a nice bunch of these. So I did 4 of those. I might do more of those, and then we did our threads on there as well, like that. And then I've got my little ones somewhere. Are they in there? Yes, so I've got the little one. So look at that, that's looking lovely already, isn't it? So loving these. So I'll pop the video down to these ones if you missed it, but these are so simple to do, aren't they? Just gather up some lovely little bits of offcuts that you've got in there and just staple them in. Super simple. And look at that, loving them. And then these, see, there's no sewing. If you don't want to sew, you don't have to sew on any of them. It's just folding and a little staple in there, and just love it. So there we go guys, thank you so much for joining me. Have a fabulous rest of the day. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you soon. Alright guys, bye bye.